Kendall, I've been looking all over for you. What are you doing? Building the ultimate cleaning machine. The ultimate what? My dad and I have been working all day, and I told him I'd have the garage cleaned up by dinner time.
That's great, but Movie Surfers is about to start.
I guess cleanup will have to wait.
Dude, I love the beach.
And your patio's good, too.
How many more days till the end of summer?
43 days, 6 hours, and 12 minutes.
Good. There's still plenty of time left to think about sun, sand, and surfing.
Surfing? We almost forgot. Time to log on.
Let's do it.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Bernie. It's Lauren and Kendall. You guys ready to surf?
Yep. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Tom. Jennifer here.
What's up, gang? It's Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. You made it just in time.
How the hell do you fly this thing?
Today, we're investigating the high-tech world of Disney's Inspector Gadget.
Hey, I can see my house from here.
First up, we'll meet the gizmo guy himself, Matthew Broderick.
Hi, surfers.
And take a look at what he has up his sleeve. In the chat box, we'll sit down and talk with Michelle Trachtenberg, who plays Gadget's niece, Penny.
Hi, Movie Surfers.
Then it's time to take a quiz. A fun quiz when the trivia icon drops. We'll meet up with the hot new singing sensation, Youngstown.
Hey, I'm Sammy.
I'm Dallas.
And I'm DC. And we're Youngstown.
And finally, it's off to the Movie Surfer studio with our newest surfer, Jason.
Thanks, Tina. Today we're gonna make a periscope so you can go undercover just like Inspector Gadget.
But wait, surfers, there's even more. Today we're gonna play a game that you can play at home, too. In the movie, the Inspector has many gadgets at his disposal, as does his nemesis, Claw, and the evil Robo-Gadget. See how many gadgets you can spot, like each one of these gizmos coming out of Robo-Gadget. We'll compare a list at the end of the show. So all surfers ready to play?
Count me in.
Good thing I aced math.
Let's surf.
I'm on board.
Can't wait to play.
Let the gadgets begin.
In Disney's Inspector Gadget, Matthew Broderick plays John Brown, a security guard who dreams of one day solving the big case.
Brown, where are you going?
To catch the bad guys. Stand back, Thelma.
This isn't going to end well.
But when John tangles with the ultimate villain, he gets more than he bargained for.
Remember, smoking kills.
I don't smoke.
I'm blown to smithereens, basically, and reassembled, and that's when I become Inspector Gadget.
In a life-saving operation, John Brown is transformed into the cyber cop Gadget by the beautiful and brainy Brenda, played by Jolie Fisher.
You actually do see Brenda perform the surgery. She creates this, perfect man, or this man that's the crime fighter of the century.
What have they got me on?
And that crime fighter of the century sets out to find the man who tried to kill him and murdered Brenda's father. His name...
Claw. One word. Like Madonna.
So Claw, with the scientific research he stole from Brenda's father, creates an evil twin of Gadget.
Robo-Gadget. You have just been animated by the most complex computer technology in the world. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna kick some butt.
But Gadget has his own little helper, Penny.
Well, I play Penny. She's John Brown's niece, Inspector Gadget's niece, and she's always looking out for John Brown and her dog Brain.
And with the help of Penny and the Gadget Mobile,
Speed limits are for cars, not the Gadget Mobile.
Inspector Gadget tries to save the world from the evil Claw, but it's a race to the finish.
Gotcha! Nice aim, Doc.
Thank you.
Awesome gadgets. I counted 28.
I saw at least 29, including the finger toothbrush.
Did you see the mouse trap in the operating room? I'm guessing that's 30.
Close, guys, but actually, we've seen 26 gadgets so far. How are you surfers at home doing? Keep watching because there's many more.
Like that cool car?
I'll bet you Inspector Gadget has tons of more stuff we don't even know about.
Let's check out the Gadget Man.
You are now a sophisticated network of tissue hardware and software.
I read the script, and I thought it was very intriguing. It was interesting, this guy who could make things pop out of his head or his arms.
Okay, go.
My head comes off, my arms stretch out, my legs stretch out. I like physical comedy, and one nice thing about this part is that there's a lot of physical stuff in it.
Go, Gadget, please. Go, Gadget, brakes!
To help Matthew Broderick pull off some of Gadget's tricky maneuvers, many models were created in Stan Winston's effect shop.
I used to go into Stan Winston's place, and there'd be 5 or 6 young guys sitting at these little stations working on sculptures of my head.
Just watch out for the big head.
Understood, Brenda.
Gadget has a lot of gizmos that are in his body. He can just operate by thinking it. I have this blue goo, magnifying glasses that come out of my hat. I have rockets. Half the days it seems like I have to wear a harness and I'm connected to wires.
Go, Gadget, coil! Skates! I meant skates!
Has anybody besides me lost count of the gadgets?
I'm trying to keep up.
We got a whole range of effects that we developed for Inspector Gadget. First thing we're going to talk about is the phone hand. He kind of has a cell phone built into his hand.
Hello?
This was a thumb lighter which shot a flame about 8 inches long. Here is his hat. He can't say what's on his mind, but he gets a short circuit somewhere and the hat is actually saying the things that he's really needs to say. This is actually a computer that we put inside a hat.
It's amazing how many different effects there are in this movie, how complicated they are.
Ta-da! This thing has just about as many factory extras as you do.
Gadgetmobile is my car, and it has a personality, a voice, and it's really fun to drive.
It has voice activation, ejection seats, a power-assisted metamorphic camouflage system, a cardio homing device.
We've physically rigged, rebuilt, torn apart, prepped for fire otherwise, about 31 cars. We're looking at the hydraulic jumping car. We have 8 hydraulic pumps, 3,000 pounds of batteries. So the whole car weighs 6,000 pounds, but it can go down the street and jump about a foot off the ground.
Isn't there an off button or something?
When I get my license, I want a car like that. How many gadgets does that make?
Did you say something?
Earth to Kendall.
Sorry, but all those gadgets gave me some ideas for my vacuum.
Let's just find out what Matthew Broderick is up to.
May I have this dance?
Oh, well, sure, yeah, you betcha.
It's kind of an old-fashioned story in many ways. Gadget is a man who's becoming whole by the end, and he sort of finds his stride.
I think Matthew's wonderful. I think that he's brought this charisma, this charm that is like boyish, but it's smooth. It's been really dreamy for me. I've really enjoyed it. He makes me laugh, and we've had a great time.
I love Matthew Broderick. He reminds me of some actor from the 40s. He's really good for this role. He's got a kind of mixture of innocence and kind of puzzlement, and he's got a very good way of playing comedy.
It's one of the nicest things about this part is to be able to play this evil person.
Mr. Gadget! Can I have your autograph?
Got any money?
Gadget and John Brown are the same, but Robo-Gadget is different. He's much more machine. Robo-Gadget is really just a kind of newborn who has machine guns coming out of his arms. A lot of that character is makeup. I have contact lenses and teeth. He's not particularly evil in that he doesn't plan on hurting people, but at the same time, he has absolutely no conscience at all.
My gadget is gonna make cleaning up a lot easier and tons of fun.
Good. So we can get back to the gadget count?
Sure, just as soon as I attach this part.
Don't worry, you got lots of time before dinner. Besides, I want to see some more of this blue goose stuff.
Okay, so if you want to operate one of your gadgets, you simply say, go, Gadget, and then you name the device. Okay, let's say there were 2 guys trying to rob a jewelry store, and you wanted to trip them up. What would you do?
Go, Gadget oil slick.
The fateful blue goo scene. It's sort of a mistaken thing. He doesn't really know what this gadget does exactly and sort of turns it on me by mistake. We shot it in Pittsburgh. It was like 30 degrees and the goo wasn't much warmer. It was not pleasant.
she gets hit with a couple 100 gallons. We brought about 1,000 gallons with us, so somewhere in there we ought to get her.
Call my mom.
We have lines just underneath the grass to get out to Matthew's feet, and it comes up inside his clothes and out a nozzle.
Before they started filming the scene, they first had to let Matthew Broderick practice using the blue goo.
Now we're waiting for Matthew so he can feel the thrust on it, because it's got a kick to it. It's like holding a fire hose, because that's what it is.
Do I get a prize after today? Do I get a prize?
Get everything you want. Let's rehearse it, please.
Once they've rehearsed, Matthew and Jolie are ready to give it a try for real. The filmmakers used 4 cameras to capture the action so they wouldn't miss one gooey moment.
Here we go, and action.
This is filmmaking. You know, this is cinematography at its best, and very blue.
Like, it's just been such a productive day, and I want to give the director a big hug.
Even though the goo worked great, the filmmakers decided to do it one more time to double the fun.
And we actually ended up redoing it.
Go Gadget oil slick?
That's not oil, it's toothpaste!
So I had to go back into the goo.
Say go Gadget, stop!
Go, stop!
That goo rules.
Hey, how many gadgets have you counted so far?
I'm not saying, but I hope you didn't miss the buzzsaw or the rocket launcher.
Hey guys, click the chat box icon to see my interview with Michelle Trachtenberg, who plays Inspector Gadget's niece, Penny.
Hey surfers, it's Tina, and I'm here with Michelle Trachtenberg. How's it going?
Really good, thanks. I'm really excited because today is a really, really fun set, all green and blue. We're shooting the beginning of the movie. It's a dream sequence where John Brown saves the day.
So what's it like being in a big Hollywood movie?
It's great. I love being on a movie set. Like, when you're on a movie set, it's just such a rush of energy for me, especially because I love being in front of cameras.
Do you have to go to school while you're doing a movie, or do you get out of classes?
No way. I always have to have school, and I have a teacher with me at all times, Carol, and she's really, really cool. My school sends over everything that my class is doing, so I'm always up to date and sometimes even a little ahead.
So what's the toughest part about being in a movie?
Getting up at 4 a.m. and 5:30, that's always hard, but I'm only allowed to work a certain amount of hours, although sometimes I wish I could work more because it's so fun.
If you could have one of Inspector Gadget's gadgets, what would it be?
He has so many fun gadgets. Maybe his little helicopter thing.
Go Gadget chopper.
He hooks onto his hat and he just goes everywhere. You could go from France to Rome and everywhere. I think that's a lot of fun.
Hey surfers, got any questions for Michelle?
Did you always want to be a movie star?
Yeah, ever since I was 3 years old and I did my very first commercial, acting has been my dream. And so I hope to be an actress for the rest of my life.
What would you tell a kid who wanted to get in the movies?
You always have to be optimistic and have a really open mind because there's a lot of rejection, but of course everything will come together and basically you just have to keep a smile on your face.
With all those cameras and people looking at you, do you ever get nervous?
Nah, I don't think there's anything to be nervous about because they're just normal people and you're meeting everyone for the first time, so it's quite exciting.
Thank you so much for joining me in the Surfers.
Thank you very much. Oh, hey, the trivia icon.
Thanks, Michelle. Look, surfers.
It's trivia time! Matthew Broderick, who plays Inspector Gadget, was the voice of a popular Disney animated hero. Can you name him?
Well, I know it's not Tarzan. What about Aladdin?
Nah, I'll bet it was Hercules.
Nope, you're both wrong. He was the voice of the grown-up Simba in The Lion King. Okay, here's another one. In the movie, Inspector Gadget is able to shoot blue goo. Can you name a movie that had gobs of green goo?
That's a cinch. It was Flubber with Robin Williams. This one's mine. Can you name another Disney villain with only one hand?
I know, it was Captain Hook. Now get ready, because we're about to meet the bad guy Claw and all his gadgets.
Hey, isn't that Dr. Brenda Bradford's private data?
Oh, yes. I tapped into her files and stole her research. The idea
of, anyway, playing a villain in a movie is always really appealing because you've got so many chances to do funny things and be outrageous and over the top. I wanted to be more of a kind of twisted, failure, cowardly type of James Bond figure, a James Bond wannabe.
He's really funny, and I think he's enjoying very much the chance to play a villain, and he has a very original spin on that role. It's great to watch.
There's something charming about him being the bad guy. He's just this suave, real sophisticated guy, and he's so evil, but he makes it funny to me, which is, I think, a good bad guy.
Sit back and relax, darling.
In order to become the Claw, Rupert had to spend many hours in makeup. A cast was made of Rupert's real arm and shoulder, so a fake arm and claw would look as natural as possible.
Anywho, I know how much you like to maintain an active lifestyle, so I have managed to design a few interchangeable options. Hi, hi.
This was one of the self-contained small claws.
First we have the opera hand.
The general hand, the mace.
And I know how much you enjoy Japanese food, so I made you a sushi hand. See there?
And, you know, the deadly claw.
Not bad, Kramer. It's got a sort of postmodern Captain Hook kind of feel to it.
A sushi hand? Ugh. Who would eat raw fish?
Why not an ice cream scooper hand instead?
Hey, he might just have one. There's still more gadgets left to count.
You're right. You never know what Claw has up his sleeve.
Claw isn't the only one with surprises. This movie has a new song by a hot new singing sensation, Youngstown.
That's what we're missing, some tunes.
We're on it, Tina.
My name is James Dallas. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
My name is David D.C. Yeager. And the DC stands for Dazed and Confused, which was given to me by my partners in crime.
My name's Sammy Lopez Jr. I don't have a nickname, I'm sorry.
We're recording the song You're Everything
from the Inspector Gadget soundtrack.
The best thing about being in Youngstown is the friendship. Yeah. The friendship that we share and the love. It's more like a brothership.
Hey Youngstown, what's your favorite gadget?
Go Gadget helicopter.
Yeah, the helicopter's cool.
Helicopter is fat.
Did we count the helicopter yet?
I'm not telling.
Which surfer thinks they've counted the most gadgets?
Me, I hope.
One word of advice, surfers, there are more gadgets than meets the eye.
So, how many gadgets are we up to? You mean on this machine? No, in the movie.
Didn't I hear something about making periscopes in the studio?
You lost count, huh? Let's go to the studio.
Hey surfers, welcome to the studio. Over here, surfers. I saw you, but you didn't see me, thanks to my super sleuth periscope. It's cool, huh? In Disney's Inspector Gadget, the inspector has a ton of wild gadgets at his disposal. Now you can make your own gadget, a periscope. Here's how. First, find 2 empty half-gallon cardboard cartons. Peel open the top of the cartons. With scissors, cut off the tops. Use a marker to draw a rectangle about 2 inches wide by 1 inch high on one side of each carton. Then ask an adult to help you cut out along the lines. Remember, you can always find these movie surfer instructions on our website at zoogdisney.com, part of Go Network. Tape small mirrors reflective side up and place them at a 45-degree angle in the bottom of each carton, opposite the holes. You can use old compact mirrors or locker mirrors. Next, tape together the open ends of the carton so that the holes are on opposite ends and opposite sides of your periscope. Now you can decorate your periscope so that it's camouflaged, high-tech, fun, or funky. You can also use different containers, like potato chip canisters. To use the periscope, stand below an object so the top sticks up above, or you can use it horizontally. Or that way. And there you have it, your very own Super Sleuth periscope.
I wish he made a cleaning machine.
I like those periscopes.
So do I. So, what's our final gadget tally?
36.
I have 41.
Wow, I'm way up. I've got 50.
I got 48.
I counted 56, I think.
56? Not quite. The final tally is 69. Hope you did well at home. You can check your list against mine by surfing over to the Zoog Disney website. Now it's time for us to go out of here.
Wait, I still have to clean up. All right, get ready to be impressed.
Nice job.
Now you've got an even bigger mess to clean up, Kendall.
B-Mark?
As we've seen, making Inspector Gadget took a whole lot of gadget magic from talented actors and technicians of all kinds. No wonder the movie is such a blast. Say goodbye, surfers.
Bye, surfers.
Bye, everybody.
Catch you later.
Bye. You can get the hot new single by Youngstown at your Disney store.
Bye, movie surfers.
Okay, go.
Bye, movie surfers.
Later. See my dreams, your global robotic empire. The junkie. Oh, hang on, this cat's going crazy. Oh, no, it's better. Okay, since my dreams, your global robotic empire.
Take care, everyone.
Later.
Till next time.
Happy cleaning.
You can check out Disney's Inspector Gadget, now playing in theaters.
And be sure to join me and the rest of the movie surfers here next time when we go behind the scenes of Toy Story 2.